everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing the sweater weather tag for you, and for those that might not be familiar with it, it is basically just a tag video about fall and getting into colder weather or sweater weather. And I'm trying something a little different for this video in that I'm taping in my living room. As you can see, I've got my mantle for my fireplace behind me, and I'm also standing, which is something a little bit different than I normally do. So please let me know how you like this different sort of setup, and if I should continue to try different backgrounds and different setups, or if you like the way that I typically do it. Let's get into the sweater weather tag. Before I begin, I'd like to tag all of you who are watching to do this video if you have not done it before, and definitely send me a link to your video once you finished it so that I can see that. My favorite candle scent for fall is pumpkin spice, but another one that I've been loving for this fall that's new to me is the Bath & Body Works pumpkin apple candle. It takes down the pumpkin smell a little bit. It's kind of just light, a little bit on the sweeter side, but I've been enjoying that so far for this fall. For me, it's definitely coffee. I'm a big coffee drinker, usually have at least 2 a day. I like all different types of coffees, but usually flavored of some kind. And this time of the year, of course, I can't get enough of all the different pumpkin flavors. And recently I tried the new Starbucks Toasted Graham Latte, and I've been loving that as well. I couldn't come up with a specific memory, but things that I remember about fall are going to a pumpkin patch and getting pumpkins, picking apples at an apple orchard. I loved going on hay rides. They even had haunted hay rides, which are similar to a haunted house, except that you go on a hay ride through the woods and they have different scenes set up with different characters and stories going on. I was never a big haunted house person. I believe the haunted hayride that I would go to was a bit on the tamer side. I was definitely scared of haunted houses. Of course, trick or treat is always a highlight. I loved playing dress up to begin with and becoming different people and different characters, so Halloween was always a fun time for me because I would get to do that. So those are some of my favorite fall memories. And I have to go with dark lip. Not that I like super dark lips because I am pale, so a super dark lip on me just makes me look more pale and washed out and doesn't always look the greatest, but I can't do winged eyeliner, so that's why I have to go with a dark lip. I don't have a specific fragrance that I just wear for fall or that I find to be a particular fall fragrance, but I did choose a couple that I think could work for fall. The first is the Body Shop's Vanilla Brulee, and I know this is actually a holiday scent that comes out at holiday time, but I find that vanilla is kind of a scent that could be year-round, but since it's a warmer smell, I do think it works well for fall. The second is a sample that I actually got from Influencer for me to review, and it's the new Calvin Klein Eternity Now. And maybe I just think it's a good fall scent because I've received it in fall and it's come out in fall, but it's got a sweeter smell. I wouldn't say very floral, but definitely on the sweeter side. I don't know what the actual notes are, but if I can find them, I'll list them below, or I'll just link to the perfume so that you can read what the notes are yourself. But that's one that I've been enjoying for fall as well. I cannot pick just one favorite Thanksgiving food. There's actually three. For me, it would be stuffing, mashed potatoes, and of course pumpkin pie. But if I had to choose between mashed potatoes and stuffing, I'd probably go with the stuffing. But pumpkin pie definitely has to be in there. I love eating it all throughout fall, not just Thanksgiving, but those would be my favorite Thanksgiving foods. Well, I live in New England, so right now it is pretty crisp and cool in the mornings and evenings, getting down to mid to low 40s usually. During the day it does get a bit warmer, anywhere from 50s to 60s. Lately it's been in the mid to high 60s. But that is going to change very soon, and it is going to start to get colder. Right now it is a great time of the year because all the foliage is changing. The leaves are becoming those pretty yellow and orange and red colors, kind of like behind me, except behind me is fake, outside it is real. And so it's a very pretty time of year. This is a challenge for me because I wear a lot of sweaters, especially where I live, since it's cold and I'm cold all the time. I'm wearing sweaters constantly, but I went with a favorite for right now. I wear a lot of cardigans because they are easy to just throw on over things and layer. So I've been loving this cardigan from Banana Republic. It's a little bit on the longer and more loose fitting side, plus being kind of a grayish tan color. It's very neutral, goes with pretty much anything. So it's just comfortable to wear anytime really, and be warmed up. My must-have nail polishes for the fall are darker colors, obviously. Usually berry tones or wine tones, kind of like what I've got on right now. But I picked out a couple to share with you that I will definitely be wearing for fall. The first is by Deborah Littman, and it was part of her True Blood line, and it's called Let It Bleed. It's kind of supposed to be, I guess, the vampire's color, but it's a very nice dark berry wine color. And the other is from Rimmel, and it's their Lasting Finish Pro, and it's called Black Satin. And of course, in October, how can you go wrong with black nail polish? Of course, you can wear it any time of the year, but I find when I want to do nail art or those sorts of things that the black comes in very handy. As a kid, I remember jumping in leaf piles being fun, but nowadays I don't think I would enjoy it so much. One, because I would have to rake them all up again after I jumped in them, and two, because there's probably a lot of bugs crawling around in there and I wouldn't really like that. So I would have to go with football games, even though I don't currently know anybody on a football team and I've never been to a professional football game. I do remember in high school enjoying going to the football games and cheering on your team, and I'm sure that I would enjoy doing that now as well. Not combat boots for me. I don't find them to be very comfortable. I just probably wouldn't wear them that often. And I'd have to go with faux Uggs because I don't actually own a real pair of Uggs because I find them very expensive for something that, especially where I live, is going to just get snowy and wet. So I just get faux Uggs, which are pretty warm and good for a certain amount of time in the winter. But I usually only wear them if I'm going to be going outside. I wouldn't wear them to just go out for an evening or bum around the house or anything like that. But to add to that, I'm going to put my own in, and that would be probably riding boots. I would say I probably wear riding boots more than I wear Uggs or combat boots. I think any of you who have watched a few of my past videos will know that the answer to this question is yes. For me, pumpkin spice is very much worth the hype. I enjoy pretty much anything pumpkin flavored. I will say I don't love the Starbucks pumpkin spice. I don't know if it's a little too spicy for me, but I remember trying it one time and not liking it very much. But I do love the Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice and almost anything else I've tried that's pumpkin spice flavored. I would have to say Dancing with the Stars, because of the fact that we do not have cable. We basically watch everything on Netflix. And so everything's kind of a season behind on there. But I have been watching Dancing with the Stars online because that's not the type of the show that you can watch a year later, because you'll already know who's won, and I don't think they even put it on there for you to watch after the fact. So that's been a favorite fall show. My husband and I just finished up watching Gotham on Netflix and enjoyed watching that series. It was a great first season that we watched. So that's all I can really think of at the moment for fall TV shows that I've been watching. I would have to say the weather partly, the nice crisp cool air, that smell of fall in the air, the pretty leaves changing color, of course going to get pumpkins and carving pumpkins, that definitely gets me in the fall spirit, decorating for fall and Halloween, and then just being at the stores and seeing all the fall stuff out. All of those things get me in the fall spirit, as well as candles. Smelling those fall scents definitely brings you there into fall. I hope you enjoyed this sweater weather tag. I hope you liked the new background. Please let me know your thoughts of it. If you'd like to see more tag videos from me, then give this video a thumbs up so I'll know that I should do that for you. Leave me a comment down below and tell me what your favorite thing about fall is. Please subscribe if you haven't already so that you can see all the exciting things I have for you in the future. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! And I'm really excited because my Ipsy bag came much earlier this month than it usually does. I usually get it mid to end of the month, and it came at the beginning of